Hello, everybody. So I'm so excited because today we have our second guest for the conversations with extraordinary entrepreneurs. I am so excited that we are going to talk about different tools and different tools for all the entrepreneurs for to get their connections. Thank you for joining us. And our guest today is Carla Sanchez. Welcome, Carla. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Saudi. How are you? Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for being here. We are going to start with some questions, and the idea is to have a conversation of uh, how we can give the entrepreneur to get their connections some tools of how to some tools that they can use for this time. So to get stronger mindset. Carla, what tell me what are you doing with their time? How are you changing your perspective to grow?
Well, I work with energy, and the energy that is going around right now, because of the circumstances of the world, it's very unique. I see that time is passing really, really fast because there is like a window of opportunity for us to change. But also at the same time, we're being faced with being with ourselves, in our houses, with our families, and we don't have an outlet like we used to have before, because people like we're not going to work or to the supermarket. So we are kind of at the same time all together in one space. So what I've seen is, even for me and for my clients, it's a lot of not only fear, but triggers, of things that you usually avoid because you have that outlet, right? And the fact that you have to actually deal with it in that moment is priceless. Why? Because change is something that we can resist, but in this moment, we can't. We have to face it. And the only way for us to move through the density that is what is going on right now is just to take action. What really, if you feel fear, for example, right, and you don't take action, then what is going to happen is that fear is going to get bigger, and it's going to get you stuck, and it's going to get you into worry, and it's going to get you into what is going to happen because my business, it cannot operate the same way, because all the channels have been closed. So you get into your mind, into your worries, and then you're stuck. Rather than doing that, face your fears, see what is happening in your mind, because your mind sometimes doesn't play doesn't play along in the best way for you. It plays just to get you stuck. Why? Because that's how we work. So looking at that and then being able to take actions based on not on fear, but in love, change your perspective. How can I turn this so my life changes in the best way possible for me, for my family, for my business, for my clients, for what I want? So actions. I really think that what I have been taking on during these times is to take actions really, really fast. I don't want to get stuck.
This is something really important that is, yeah, right now we actually have the time to be here to connect with ourselves, to with our energy, right? You work with energy and to take
Mhm.
action, yeah, to take action to reinvent yourself, to think about something different, how you can give to the world uh, from a different perspective.
Mhm.
Uh, yes, I have been working on how can I give more with online tools. Uh,
Mhm.
all our entrepreneurs, that's so important to give them the this is an amazing tool. Take action and go out of the box,
Yeah.
basically. And one
Yeah.
something that I wanted to ask you is since you work with energy, And to get their connections, we are all about to live your purpose and live your purpose so you can apply everything to your business. So, what's your purpose? Like, how are you dealing? How do you are connecting with the energy, everything? How is Carla connecting your purpose in life with a business?
Well, thank you for asking that. Just because it took me a while for me to figure it out. So just to be able to share that is amazing. Um, my purpose my purpose is to change the world. My purpose is to help not only entrepreneurs but everybody that is ready to change, to see the world in a different way, to have the tools to actually do it. Why? Because the change comes from within. So when we actually connect with that idea and we understand that we can complain so much about what is happening out there, but then we don't see that we have a role in what is happening. Why? Because not only we connect with that kind of energy, like the blame, the anger, the even with ourselves, the fact that sometimes we don't feel worthy, we don't work with our self-love, then that's what we project to the world. And that's why I really feel we are in the times that we are right now. What is happening in the world is a reflection of what it happens inside of us. What we see, um, what we experience is just a reflection of what is going on inside of us.
And that's why it's so important to connect with ourselves right now and to connect with that purpose, with that, with the what it actually drives us, so we can
Mm-hmm.
enter ourselves and we can reconnect with our own being to be able to give more. So it's
Exactly.
amazing how and all the things is changing the perspective. Are we gonna focus on the things that we cannot control? Because I mean, there are many things going on in the world, but one thing that we can control is how we use our time. For example, how we use our
Mm-hmm.
to connect with that energy and with our purpose in life.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing. That's I know you can tell a story about how how you connect yourself with your purpose. How did you do that? I mean, many people are on that journey and they will love some tips about that.
Well, I really think that for me, I work in corporate for a long time in the corporate world. I work in retail and I loved it. I loved it for so long. And, it gave me what I wanted at that moment. It gave me money, it gave me the stability. But at one point, it didn't work anymore. It didn't make sense anymore. It was not connected to me, to what I wanted. And it took me a while. It took me a while because I resisted. I resisted the change because I felt like I was not ready. I couldn't understand how to get out of that life that it was, about business the old way and move into a new way to see the world. Because for me, it was coaching, um, doing what I always did, what I like to do, helping people, but in a very different way. Every time that I saw a coaching program or even a degree in the university, the only thing that I could see is that it was not what I wanted. That's not how I wanted to help people. So I had to reinvent myself and to allow that, knowing that I had of how I wanted to connect with people to help them, to guide me, rather than trying to get me into a new box. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I have a degree, I have a bachelor's degree, I have a master's degree. I did my homework, as we always do, but it was not what I wanted. So to have the courage to take the steps to get out of that and create my own reality, is what allowed me to have the business that I have right now, and to not only help the clients, but to create the world that I want. I want a world where people are healed, where people, they feel comfortable with themselves. Because when we do that, you know, we live in a different world. It's not about fighting each other, it's about helping each other. And that's what I want. That's my goal.
It's something really important, because many of the people that are listening to us, all the entrepreneurs, some of them, they still have a full-time job, and they want to have that courage to go full-time employees and follow their purpose. So when was that time that you decided, that's it, this is enough, and I'm gonna work only as an entrepreneur because I want to be free and because I want to go after my purpose?
Well, I have to say, and because I'm sharing my story, I want everybody to listen. I took too long. I took years. I tried to negotiate what my heart wanted for a long time. And because of that, I got sick. I got sick. I got depressed. And part of what I do right now is to show people that they cannot do that. They can actually, they don't have to wait that much, because what I've seen is a lot of people just getting out of the job because they're burnt down, like they cannot handle it anymore. And when you get to that point, you're gonna have to have some time to just get back together. You know, those people that you're talking that are doing both at the same time, they had an advantage. Why? Because they already are into getting into doing what they really know, because they know it in the heart that this is the path. It's just that the courage comes when you have to decide, you know, that world, because it feels stable to have a job and a money is an income, you know, that you know that you're gonna receive. So I really think that that's the hardest part for most people, to leave that income aside and just make the jump into knowing that this is not only what they need to do, but this is gonna give them that income and even more.
Yes,
Why? Because when you connect with your purpose, then they move differently. It is your path.
exactly. And that's so important right now, because right now there is a lot of uncertainty on the jobs, how the jobs are gonna be. So to all the conscious entrepreneurs out there that already started a business, um, focus on them. Like, keep keep learning, keep doing, go for it,
Yes.
and have the courage to go all in. Now is the time to go all in. So
Yeah, I
thank you.
really think that one of the things, sorry about that. Yes.
Yeah, no, no, yeah, tell me.
I really think that one of the things that I want to put out there is that your dream is not your hobby.
Exactly.
Your dream is your purpose. The other job is your hobby, is what you do for money. That's it. So when you call it for what it is, you don't get attached to it. You just do it for the money. So if you shift the money, the income, into getting it from this side that makes you happy, that aligns you to everything that you are and everything that you want in life, then everything changes. So in that, it's not a career, it's just going along with your purpose, taking
Yeah,
that path.
that's why it's so important to connect with ourself, with our inner self, and
Mhm.
discover that purpose. But if you already have, you just have to have the courage to go for it. That's such an important tool, and thank you for sharing that tool. That was amazing. The one thing that I wanted to ask you is, what's your extra? How are you bold?
How are you what?
Bold, like what
Oh, well,
Carla?
right now is getting the message out. I really think that what we're doing is not the easy thing. We're going against the current. You know, everybody's is used to have a job. And even entrepreneurs, you know, I really think that most of the time they do it because And this is the message that is out there because of the money, you know, the freedom. But in reality, when I do it, it's because of your purpose. Imagine a life where you are just totally aligned. Your life feels aligned inside and outside. That's my message. That's how I'm bold. Because I am telling you, everybody, every single entrepreneur, that they don't have to choose either or. Oh, to have the job and the responsibility, or to make the money, or to be happy. You know, it's, you get to have both.
That's amazing. I mean, that's so important. In life, we basically don't have plan A and B. We just have
Yes,
plan A. We cannot
to be who you
our
are, right?
life with plan B, because then we will reach 80 and we will look back and said, what did we do? I mean, what did we do with our life? We live
Exactly.
our plan B all the time, which we should be
Mhm.
living our plan A. Wow, that's amazing. I
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for sharing, because it's so important to live your life, and more now, right now. We don't know what's going on, what's gonna go
Yes.
in 5 months.
So,
So we need to be happy now, in the present, because
mhm.
you know, and we
Yeah.
need to build the future with whatever we are building in the present. Thank you.
I really think that we as human beings, we have like this double standard about what makes us happy, you know, on how we see careers and jobs and hobbies, right? We don't expect hobbies that make us happy to make us money. And because of that, we cannot connect really with that idea. You know, kind of, to have money, then I have to do that. I cannot do this. So I really think that being able to connect with and then be integrate that idea into us, you know, make sure that every day we say to ourselves, you know, make money with what makes me happy is the best thing that can happen to me. So
Because
why do I fight it?
if we work for our purpose in our company, money will come.
Exactly.
And money will
That's
come
how
all
it works.
the
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
time. So to wrap up, this was an amazing. I mean, all the tools that you share with to get their connections to all the community. Thank you. And to close this interview, I wanted to ask you, what is the message you want to give to all the conscious entrepreneurs out there in this time? What do you want to tell them?
Go for it. Don't wait. This is the time. This is an opportunity. This time that you are spending at home with your family, with yourself, this is an opportunity to make a big plan for what you want to do next. Just do it. Don't wait. And then don't see this, because one of the things that we do when we are in fear, in survival mode, then we want to hoard. You know, it's like we don't want to give. I don't know if it makes sense what I'm saying, but you were saying, I want to give more to the world. That's where it has to come from. Give to other people. Give your love, give your time, everything that you have. It doesn't matter, from home. Yes, it works like that. It's who you are. Give, and everything is going to be fine.
Thank you so much. And I will be closing with these words that you said. Love, love, and give love to everybody. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, give everything you can, and we are connected. Don't say that we don't have physical connections, but we have something that is amazing that is called the internet, and we can share our story, share with people, share with your family, and be connected. Reinvent your businesses, and stay tuned for more tools for transformation. Thank you so much, and we'll have soon.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Carla, for being here. It was an incredible.
You're welcome.
Thank you. See you guys soon.
Bye.